Imus in the morning on Sports Radio 66. The Fan, WFAN.
I'm going to take some heat on this one. I'm going to be accused of irresponsibility and of pandering to right-wing nuts. And I could not care less at this point. The time has come to encourage, to lobby for, a terrorist strike on CNN headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. It's time to get those guys who lobbed mortars toward the government offices in London the other day to lob a few at Ted Turner, but to aim better. Who the hell is this guy, a Soviet mole? Has Saddam Hussein promised to get him a bunch of women after the war or something? Or, seeing Turner's taste in women lately, some aging sheep? Who and what is making the freaking programming decisions down there, huh? There's Peter El Comrado Arnett in Baghdad, and standing there next to him, on live with him, is Ramsey Clark? What the hell is CNN? An American broadcast outlet? Pardon me, Izvestia, but I don't think so. They may call it CNN, but they ought to call it CCCP. Give me a gulag kind of break here already. Jesus. Just admit that CNN is a euphemism for official Iraqi radio and be done with it.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been around politics and diplomacy damn near all my life, okay?
Right.
And I got no problem with people who oppose this or any other war. I mean, dissent is vital to the viability of a democracy. Hell, a democracy must have dissent. The minute it doesn't, it's no longer a democracy. But there is no room in a democracy or any other system for a f***ing traitor. What the hell is going on here? I mean, I'm just not getting something. We got 500,000 kids over there who we're asking to be willing to lay down their lives for their country, and we got two people on an uplink in Baghdad acting as the Howard Rubinstein agency for the guy who wants to kill him? Hello? Can somebody explain to me what that's all about? I'm telling you, if I see Peter the Persian puppet on a Baghdad Ted Turner turncoat show one more time, pandering to the win one for Saddam element around the world, I'm doing an Elvis on my RCA. You know what I'm saying here? I'm blowing the damn thing into glass atoms, okay? I can't watch that stuff anymore without chewing on a table leg. It's making me nuts. Somebody please slap some sense into this Ted Turner moron. Stop trying to revive the Vietnam debate of the 1960s. It don't play this time, all right already? United we stand, divided we fall. And that's opinion, Imo, from an elder stateswoman here, horrified at the screwed-up coverage of this war. Thank you very much.
Imus in the morning.
General H. Norman Schwarzkopf, commander of Allied forces in the Gulf, today suddenly machine-gunned a room full of reporters at the U.S. briefing in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, after PBS correspondent Charlene Hunter Galt asked for the umpteenth time when the ground war would be launched. Said Schwarzkopf before he opened fire, "Right about now, sweetheart."
In the war itself, the official voice of Baghdad radio reported today that every Iraqi civilian in the country had been killed in the latest overnight Allied bombing strikes, and that the country's air defenses had shot down the entire United States Air Force.
At the White House, meanwhile, indications of discord at top levels of our nation's defense structure, as Secretary Dick Cheney and General Colin Powell nearly came to blows over the pronunciation of the general's first name, forcing President Bush to have to step in and separate his two top military men. At a hastily called press conference, Mr. Bush sought to smooth over what sources described as a very ugly incident.
I want to put to rest the chairman thing, this Powell pronouncer affair. You've heard it, the bowel thing, colon, not real attractive. And the sort of phone thing, you know, the callin', it's become a matter of you say colon, I'll say Colin. Well, let's ask the general. Are you Colin, or are you Colin? What do you say? How would a Negro put it?
Well, you can call me Colin, you can call me Colin, but you doesn't have to call me Johnson.
Well, that clears that up.
Yeah.
And word to your mom and dad, General. Thanks. Here, have some funky cold Medina.
Well, that's good. That does clear up what's been a real dilemma.
Indeed, and keeping the news at the same level, the first authentic-looking black dolls will stroll into the mainstream this year as Mattel Toys unveils its Sheeny line. 3 dolls that...
No, that's Shanny.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, anyway, 3 black fashion dolls with authentic facial features, skin tone, and clothing. Based on how well the market accepts Shanny, plans call for authentic black male dolls to be introduced later in Mattel's Dikembe Mutombo line, to be sold in groups of 5 only. What the hell is this? Imus in the morning or positively black?
Finally, if you can't lick 'em, join 'em. With air travel deeply depressed over heightened fears of terrorism, British Airways has decided to adopt a theme playing to potential customers' innate sense of adventure with its all-new Dare fare. The company is cutting round-trip fares between the U.S. and potential European terrorist targets by 33%, repainting its aircraft with a huge pair of dice logo on the tail, and dressing flight attendants in fatigues and ammunition bandoliers. Dare fare also will feature free suicide cocktails and passengers' choice of in-flight movies, Raid at Entebbe, or The Achille Laurel Affair. British Airways is marketing the new program under the ad slogans, "Come on, Yank, don't be a wimp," and "Relax, it's only turbulence."
Imus in the morning.
Report with the latest in khaki fashion. Tiny tongue with the Middle East aerobics. Kuwaiti size. You gotta see old Mary in a helmet lining up the crosshairs. I'm sitting in my den thinking, hey, turn that turret around, Mary, and blow me away. Because if I'm sitting in here watching this I have no reason to live. Which reminds me, don't you think you're taking a little too much interest in the decoration of your new abode?
Well?
I mean, this doesn't exactly fit the I-Man image, does it?
Well?
This is a sissy pants time. I got visions of you prancing over throw pillows with a swatch of wallpaper going, oh, Annie, isn't this just splendid? What's wrong with you?
Well?
You hired a decorator. Leave her alone and let her do her thing. Face it, boy, she don't need you hanging over her like a vulture complaining the wood floor isn't rustic enough. I mean, obviously you're smart enough not to try it for yourself. Good move. What a fun house that'd be, huh?
Yeah.
Ceramic dogs and black velvet bullfighter paintings, beaded curtains and beanbag chairs, 150 lava lamps. Wake up and smell the low tide, babe. You got the taste of a sophomore frat brother from Buffalo. Go away and come back when she's finished.
Well?
You stupid bastard. By the way, you know, pitches and catches start soon. Oh, my nipples are hard.
Imus in the morning.
And Blues vocal performance by a chicken neck male goes to Keith Richards look-alike Don Imus. Want to stagger on up here, Dono? Man, this thing would get up off the bun, go back out and graze. Thank you. Boy, a burger like that, you can understand why Paul and Linda are vegetarians, huh?
Fine.
And give me another Stoli with a twist, will ya?
Scott, we're on the
That's
air
a good
here.
girl. What a set of knockers on that one, huh?
Scott, we're live.
She got legs that go all the way up there. What? Oh, Scottso here with you, live from the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
The big news this week from the world of rock and roll, the 33rd Annual Grammy Awards. A lot of hooky-dooky over there at Radio City Music Hall. A veritable cornucopia of rock's luminaries in town. And I think I speak for just about everybody when I say, who gives a I've never seen such a sorry-ass bunch of so-called celebrities in my f***ing life. I mean, give me a break. Years ago, at a typical Grammy show, you'd have the Beatles, the Stones, 4 or 5 of the Motown Negroes, Supremes, Little Stevie Wonder. Now who do you have? Vanilla Ice and the Kentucky Headhunters. The Kentucky Keep hunting, fellas. You can do a little better than those. You know, you're not doing all that much to put an end to those stereotypes about Southern inbreeding. I mean, if I pulled into a gas station and that glassy-eyed goober with the mutton chops popped out from behind the pumps, I wouldn't even let him check my f***ing oil. You know, it's pretty sad when the best thing you can say about a new artist nominee is that their tattoos are all spelled correctly. And this f***ing fruit vanilla ice, could somebody please answer a question for me?
Yeah.
How come they call him vanilla? Is it because he's white? Or because he looks like he got his hair cut off a Mr. Softy truck? Vanilla ice cream cone head. Kiss my white ass, you little homo. And why the hell does every rap artist feel he has to drag that nut job Flavor Flav out to take a bow? I mean, just because he has the tuxedo? Or they want to know what time it is? I mean, what's the deal with that? Gary Shandling is the MC. When was the last time that liver-lipped was funny, huh? Answer me. Give it up, Gary. Johnny gave you the heave-ho for Jay Leno. You couldn't even keep your show on Showtime. Go back to playing yucks in Yonkers, will you? Bette Midler from a distance. Not enough distance, if you ask me. I can't get far enough away from that loudmouth tub of You know, she lost it once she started to do pictures for Disney.
Yeah.
I liked her a hell of a lot better when she used to shake her jugs for the fairies down in the village. Go back to the bathhouse, Bet. They need you, babe. And that commie kiwi fruit, Sinead O'Connor, how happy am I she decided to Hey, where the hell is my Stoli? What am I, a sack of What do I have to do to get a f***ing drink around here?
With Scott Muni.
Set my dick on fire?
In the morning.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think what?
I don't think so.
Are you drinking?
What happened?
Lou!
What?
What, did we
happened?
get tired of making edits in it?
What's wrong with it? Ruffino!
Oh,
Oh my God!
I didn't notice anything wrong. What's the matter?
did you give me back my copy of the Times?
Yes,
you
I
did.
did.
Yes, you did.
Imus in the morning on Sports Radio